Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Gentle Yoga and Wellness. Each week, I post 3 new yoga videos, so please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Today, I have a standing yoga class for seniors. Throughout the class, we'll stay in a standing position, so we won't be moving up and down. We'll just stay standing throughout the class. All right, let's get started. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. So your feet are about 2 to 2.5 feet apart. You can very gently rotate your toes so that they're slightly pointed out. Good. Engage your abdominals. Lift your chest and gently roll your shoulders back. Stand up tall. Reach your arms out wide. Open through your chest. Start to bring your right hand down to your left thigh. Slowly bring your right hand back up. We'll do that on the left. Bring your left hand down to your right thigh. And then return your arm up. Let's continue that, moving opposite hand to opposite leg. Great job. And start to breathe here with this movement. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Inhale and then exhale, release. From here, if you'd like to take this stretch a little deeper, you can bring your hand down to your knee. Make sure you're listening to your body today. If that feels like too deep of a stretch, you can come back to your thigh. Respect where you're at and do what feels right for your body. Good. If you'd like to bring this a little bit deeper, you can come this time to your calf. Again, if that's too much, you can stay back at your knee or at your thigh. We're just very gently starting to warm up through the body as we begin our practice today. Great. Let's do that one more time on each side. From here, you can relax your arms down to the sides of your body. Begin to rotate your feet so that your toes are facing forward, so they're facing the long end of your mat. Bend your knees and sit your hips back. Take your hands on top of your thighs. We're gonna do some standing cat-cows here. So it looks like this. Start to bend the knees, hinge forward at your waist. Round your back, straighten your legs, stand up tall, and roll your shoulders back. We'll do that again. Bend your knees, hinge forward from the waist. Start to round your back, straighten your legs, stand up tall, and roll the shoulders back. You got it. We'll do that 2 more times. Bend your knees, hinge forward, slowly round through the back. Stand up tall and roll the shoulders back. Once more, bend your knees, hinge forward. Round your back, stand up tall, roll the shoulders back. Great job. Right here, bend your knees, cross your arms in front of you. We're gonna take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release. We'll do that again. Bend your knees. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, let it go. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale. Just starting to get that energy and prana moving. Exhale, release. Once more, inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Nice job. And relax your arms down, straighten your legs. Begin to take your gaze over your right shoulder. So rotate your head to the right. Slowly take your gaze now over your left shoulder. We'll do that one more time on each side. Look over to the right. And then begin to look over to the left. Great job. From here, we're going to do a few shoulder shrugs. So begin to take the shoulders up, back, and down. And then do that again. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. We'll do that a few more times. Just continue this movement. Think about relaxing and releasing the shoulders. Great. One more time. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. You can just relax your shoulders here. From here, rotate your feet to face the short end of your mat. So you're just rotating now to face the short end of your mat. Both of your feet are facing forward. We're going to come into a high lunge stance. So you might need to step forward just a little bit, especially if you have long legs, and then come up onto the ball of your back foot. Take a moment to find your balance here. So we're working on balance in this pose. You might need to tuck your tailbone slightly. Lift your chest, gently roll your shoulders back, and we're just going to pause here for a moment and breathe. Good. You might feel some heat in your legs. So we're starting to warm up through the legs. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, begin to rotate your back foot at about a 90 to 45 degree angle. So this back foot is facing out towards the long end of your mat. We're going to come into warrior two stance. Bend through your front knee. Push through the back knife edge of your back foot. So you're pushing your foot back. Good. Make sure your feet are firmly rooted into the earth. You're welcome to keep your hands on your hips, especially if you're dealing with any shoulder injury, or if you'd like to add the arms, you can reach your arms out. So you're reaching your hands towards opposite walls. Relax the shoulders down. Take your gaze over your front middle finger. We'll just pause here for a moment in warrior two stance. Just find your breath, breathe into this pose. Good, take one more inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come to extended side angle. So take your front forearm to your front thigh. Reach your right arm overhead and bring your right bicep close to your ear. Think about rotating open with your chest. So rather than dumping down, think about using your core to rotate open. Good, let's just pause here for a moment and breathe. Once you're ready, begin to return to warrior two stance. So tee out the arms, keep the feet right where they are. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, come to reverse warrior. You take your right arm behind your back, reach your left arm overhead. Keep your front knee bent. So sometimes it wants to straighten, sometimes it wants to kind of dip in. Keep your front knee open and keep it bent. Good. Reach overhead with your left arm and take your left bicep close to your ear. And take your gaze slightly up to the sky. Once you're ready, return to warrior two stance. Tee out your arms. Reach towards the horizon. We're going to flow here now with our breath. So take an inhale. And then as you exhale, come to extended side angle. Inhale, return to warrior two stance. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. You can return to warrior two stance. Good. From here, begin to rotate your toes to face forward. So you're coming into a wide-legged stance. In this stance, bend your knees and take your hands onto your thighs. One at a time, we're going to take our shoulders in towards midline. So you can start with your right shoulder and then return to center. Come to your left shoulder and then come back to center. We'll do that again. Right shoulder in. Come back to center. And then left shoulder in. You got it. Let's continue that movement here. Just slightly dipping in one shoulder at a time. And then returning back to center. Do that one more time on each side. Nice job. You can return to center here. You can stand up tall and then reach your arms out to the sky, open through the chest. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer center. Sit your hips back. Come to horse pose. Inhale, open through the chest, star pose. Exhale, sit back for horse pose. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale and rise. Exhale, sit back to horse. Good, just flowing with our breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sit back. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in. And then exhale, release. Nice job. You can straighten your legs, relax your arms down, and then one at a time, step your feet in towards midline. We're gonna work on a little bit of balance here. So we'll start by walking it out on the balls of our feet. So you can take your hands to your hips, and then one at a time, come up onto the ball of your foot. So you can start with your right foot, and then come to your left foot. So we're just shifting our weight from one foot to the other. Great job. Let's keep this going. So we're just coming up onto the ball of one foot and then switching sides. Perfect. So we're just shifting our weight here. So we shift our weight, we're working on balance. This is challenging, nice job. We'll do one more on each side. You can pause here, root both of your feet into the earth. So take both of your feet down. Make sure you're standing up tall. So you want to engage the abdominals, lift the chest, gently roll the shoulders back. We're going to come into a one-legged Tadasana pose here. So I'm going to show you a couple options. The first option, you can just take your hands to your hips. It's very similar to what we just did. We're coming up onto the ball of one foot. So you can start on your right foot and just come up to the ball of your right foot. So you can stay right here. If this feels good, you can start to maybe play with lifting your toe off the ground a little bit. Maybe you just come up and down. See how that feels in your body. Notice that if you're dumping forward in your chest, it's gonna be a lot harder. If you're lifted and if you're standing up tall, engaging your abdominals, you'll have a lot easier time with balance. And this is true in yoga and also in your daily life, right? Posture is very important and it will help you with balance. Okay. So if this feels good to you and you'd like to add a little more challenge, you can lift your right leg off of the mat. You can take your hands to prayer center and then just lift your leg, come into a one-legged Tadasana. Pause here for a moment. Good, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, relax both of your feet down to your mat. Take your hands back to your hips and we're gonna walk it out again. So as we did before, lifting one heel at a time, just shifting our weight from our right foot to our left foot. So just take this at your own pace. Move at a speed that feels good to you. And just lift your right heel and then your left heel, moving from side to side. Nice job. Okay, let's do that one more time on each side. And then right here, plant both of your feet firmly onto your mat. Make sure you're standing up tall, right? So lift and engage the abdominals, squeeze those abdominals, lift the chest, gently roll the shoulders back. You can start with your hands on your hips and we'll come up onto the ball of the left foot. So just as we did before, you can stay right here. This would be level 1, working on balance. Or if you'd like to add a little bit of challenge, you can start to play with lifting your foot off of the mat and kind of see how that feels in your body. Again, if you're dumping forward with your chest, that balance is going to be a lot more challenging. You want to stay lifted in the chest. You have good spinal alignment. That makes balance so much easier. Okay, if you want to add one more layer of challenge, you can take your hands to prayer center, and then we'll come into a one-legged Tadasana, now on the left side. So you can start to lift your foot off the mat and just breathe here. Take one more inhale, and then as you exhale, relax your foot down to the mat. Good, let's give our body a little shake. You can shake out the arms and the legs. Just get that energy and prana moving through the body. Nice job. Once you're ready, you can pause here. We're gonna come back to our wide stance. You can take your feet wide, point your toes out. We're coming into that wide stance. Once you're ready, take a deep breath in, open your arms out, take your gaze slightly up. And then as you exhale, give yourself a hug, round your back in. Inhale, open the arms wide, look up. And then exhale, give yourself a big hug. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Perfect. Relax your arms down to the sides of your body. We're going to rotate our feet now to face the opposite end of our mat. So we're coming now to the short end of our mat, facing the opposite direction. So your right foot is facing the top of your mat. We're coming into that high lunge stance. So you can come up onto the ball of your back foot. We're working on balance here, a slight bend in the front knee. Gently tuck your pelvis under, lift your chest, roll the shoulders back and stand up tall. We're just gonna breathe here for a moment in this pose. Good, once you're ready, begin to rotate your left foot out to face the long end of your mat. So you're somewhere between a 90 and a 45-degree angle with your left foot. Bend through your front knee, come to your warrior 2 stance. You want to push into that knife edge or the back edge of your left foot. Once your legs are in position, you're welcome to keep your hands on your hips if that feels right for your body. Or you can reach your hands towards the horizon. So reach through your fingertips and then take your gaze over your front middle finger. We'll just breathe here for a moment in our warrior two stance. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, come to extended side angle. So take your right forearm onto your right thigh, reach your left arm overhead, and bring your left bicep close to your ear. Remember to rotate open with the chest. We're not dumping down, looking at the ground, but we're rotating open. Good, just find your breath. And then once you're ready, come back to warrior two. Tee out the arms. Take the gaze over the front middle finger. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, reverse your warrior. So you can take your left arm behind your back. Take your right arm overhead. So you're rainbowing your right arm overhead. Sometimes this front knee wants to kind of dip in, so make sure your knee is staying open. And then take your gaze very slightly up. Good. Once you're ready, return to warrior two stance. And just as we did on the opposite side, we'll flow here with our breath. So take an inhale, and then as you exhale, come to extended side angle. Inhale, return to warrior two pose. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two stance. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Good, let's return to warrior two stance. Relax your arms down to the sides of your body. Take your feet to face the long end of the mat. So you can just reach your toes or rotate your toes to face forward. Good. You can face your toes slightly out if that feels better in your hips. Take your hands in front of you. We're going to do some deep breaths here. Bend your knees. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Do that again. Deep breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Good, deep breath. Exhale, release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. And long, slow exhale. Good job. Take your hands to prayer center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.